Hi! For some reason, someone very important to you has given me a very important task. And that task is to introduce you to something very near and dear to them. Something amazing, life-changing even. And that something is anime. Yo, my name is Dono, and for some reason your friend has entrusted me, a random man on the internet in a Dr. Pepper t-shirt, to not only convince you to give anime a shot, but to also shoot down any and every excuse you might be able to come up with in order to weasel your way out of this situation. So sit back, relax, light a scented candle or whatever it takes for you to get comfortable, because here we go. Oh, and remember to try and keep an open mind. So what exactly is anime? Well, in Japan, anime means animation, and anywhere outside of Japan, anime means Japanese animation. Simple, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't these just cartoons targeted towards kids with freakishly drawn people? And no, that's wrong. Anime is for everybody, and when I say everybody, I mean everybody, from MMA fighters to BTS, Keanu Reeves, and even Elon Musk. Anime can be enjoyed by all age groups and every kind of individual. The shows that you're probably thinking of are Pokemon, Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Bakugan, all of which premiered on television when we were kids. Even so, just because those have to be targeted towards kids, that doesn't mean there aren't other anime targeted towards more mature audiences. Heck, Death Note, Attack on Titan, and Tokyo Ghoul aren't going to be premiering on Nickelodeon anytime soon. Now, in terms of these freakishly drawn people, I'm assuming you're talking about the crazy hairstyles, the massive eyes, the overly sized heads, and unrealistic body proportions often shown in the medium. And while I understand that those aspects can throw people off, I now want to direct your attention towards one of America's most iconic characters from a beloved 80s movie, and hope you realize that your excuse is irrelevant, because how the hell can anybody love this creature? People can love this disgusting creature, and then all of a sudden everything else that we just talked about doesn't seem that bad. What you're doing is you're judging a book by its cover. And now I know it's a little weird and it's not what you're used to, but remember that whole thing about keeping an open mind? Check this out. Anime is known for having one of the most breathtaking displays of animation that the world has ever seen. Whether it's high-action, fast-paced battles for the sake of humanity, or just somebody slicing a goddamn tomato, it is stunning. It's unfathomable to think that a team of individuals could come together to create a masterpiece like this with their bare hands. Heck, I have trouble drawing a stick figure. This is not that bad. The world's most perfect stick figure at the world's most inconvenient time. Now that you've gotten a taste of what anime is capable of, doesn't it seem silly to assume that all anime is of this caliber? I feel like I've been too far away. I gotta get up close and personal. Animation aside, the sheer number of genres available to you are astounding. You like romance? Boom. You like more mature and darker stories? Boom. You like shows that make you feel ready to fight God or become him? Boom! One regret that I know I'm going to have at the end of my lifetime is that there is more anime for people to enjoy and consume than one is able to watch in an entire lifetime. And you're already behind, but that doesn't mean it's too late. But Nano, I hear you saying, what about the weird sweaty nerds in their mom's basements who go on and on about their waifu? That's just the stereotype. Well, yes, people like that do exist, but the weirdos who like stuffing figures in jars are thankfully the exception and not the rule. And yeah, a good majority of people who... That sounded really sexual, actually. Holy f***. And yeah, a lot of us have to be pretty nerdy, but that happens with every show and medium. I don't see people complaining about Darth Vader cosplayers or Renaissance Fair attendees. We're passionate about the shows and stories that we enjoy, and we express that by making awesome cosplays or, heck, even making YouTube videos. And when you hear the term waifu, it automatically is assumed by most people to be creepy or weird. I'm going a little off script here, but waifu is a term for a fictional character, usually in anime or related media, that someone has great affection for. which is sometimes romantic, but that's going into the weirder side of things. In reality, a waifu, or even a husbando, if you will, just happens to be our #1 favorite character out of all of these shows that we've enjoyed, that we hold to a high value or esteem, or I don't know, we just like them, man. It doesn't really mean anything more than that until you get to like the creepier side of darker side of anime. The issues really arise when people start objectifying women and taking things too far, which, trust me, again, a majority of us are not like that. And let's be real, that happens in a lot of stuff. And trust me when I say, you'll come to understand why people enjoy these characters so much. It's not even just because they're inspiring, but they just straight up look cool. I mean, look at this man. He makes me want to jump into the gym now, and I'm sick! From cute to kick-ass, there's an entire plethora of characters to enjoy by themselves. But then you go and you discover that they come from an elegantly written and beautifully animated story? And what more can you ask for?
Okay then, Dono, explain the ungodly amount of fan service in those wretched subtitles we have to read.
I don't know why I decided to do Squidward, but sure, gladly. Unfortunately, fan service is part of the medium, but trust me when I say that a lot of us don't like or appreciate the fact that it's there. I and a lot of my friends feel like it distracts from the narrative, and honestly, it just is shoved in there for what it feels like comedic purposes, but it often just comes off as crude and unnecessary. But even so, it is far from impossible to find anime that have absolutely zero fan service, and it's even easier to find shows that keep it to a minimum. Fullmetal Alchemist, Cells at Work, Trigun, Anohana, Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Mob Psycho 100, all incredible shows with little to no fan service whatsoever. So if you are into the A&T, there are options, you see. As for the subtitles, you're starting to sound like an old man, specifically my old man, because when my dad and I started watching shows together, he would always complain about how he had to read his entertainment. But lucky for him, and for you, there are masterfully done dubs to solve this issue. But I will warn you, you will be shunned for watching dubbed anime, but I'm gonna let you in a little secret. It doesn't matter whether you watch anime subbed or dubbed, as long as you are enjoying the show to the fullest extent in whatever language you prefer. That, and whenever somebody asks you, you answer subbed, because, whew, you don't want to lose your street cred. Heck, even an anime snob like myself watches dubbed on occasion, because unfortunately, now that I'm becoming an adult, I don't have the time to watch anime like I used to. Either way, there are options available to you. For example, Konosuba, one of the funniest and most well-known anime out there, is good subbed, but absolutely hilarious dubbed. I look like I'm choking. This is most likely because of the language barrier, but regardless, it can be enjoyed in both languages, and arguably more in English than in Japanese. Anime as a whole has greatly influenced my life. One of my fondest childhood memories is me and my dad watching an episode of the original Voltron every night before I'd go to bed. Heck, even when I was training to become national champion in Taekwondo, I'd listen to anime music while I was working out and fighting and training and sparring. Heck, my dad even said that I powered up at one point in one of my matches, but I can neither confirm nor deny, nor will I ever willingly confirm that that happened. The point is, I was inspired by many of the great heroes who went through epic battles and conflicts for the sake of the universe. Heck, even a lot of the people that I met up with at Anime Expo wouldn't be a part of my life if it wasn't for anime. Even the person whom of which I stole this video idea from is my friend because of, you guessed it, anime. So whatever preconceived notions, biases, or excuses you can come up with, just try to put them aside and give it a shot. You never know what can happen. Oh, and if you need recommendations, you know where to find me.